Hello everyone. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. Can I get a thumbs up if you can see me and hear me? Okay. I'll wait for that and then we will get started. I think there's a little delay here. Okay, thank you so much, Terry. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see who's here. Of course, there are people here who are not in the chat. Hello to you as well. We know you're out there. We know. Let's see. Melanie Taylor, Sandra K. So Terry. Glenda is going to get to be with us today. Let's see. Oh, we've got coffee. Someone's bringing coffee for the chat, and it's windy in Oklahoma. Goodness, Melanie can't have any more coffee. 5's her limit. Glenda's excited. Good morning to Dawn in South Dakota. Love My Crafts is here. Hello, hello. Yes, we know. Mary from Rhode Island, and we won't tell if you're busy. We won't tell. Beverly is here. Hi, Beverly from North Carolina, and Carla from New Mexico. Good to see everyone. Cherry is here from My Quilting World. Honor is here. Hi, Honor. Oh, let's see. They're all scrolling past me here. I hope I don't miss anyone. Mary G, Jan, Gammy Rowe, Yo Patty is here. Amanda's left-handed crochet is here. Good morning to you. Barb is here, still in Arizona, missing her sewing machine that's back in Michigan. I bet you do, but she's been crocheting and doing some embroidery. Hi, Judith. Good to see Judith here. And Kay, Kimberly, Doris. Good morning to you all. If I miss someone, I apologize. And if I miss someone coming up, I apologize. But sometimes that chat goes a little quickly. And, of course, I want to just chat with everyone. But either way, so welcome from beautiful northern Maine. The sun is out, it's shining, it looks like spring here. It's 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 3 degrees Celsius. We actually had some warmer weather than this. We had snow out back of the apartment that in 2 days melted. Now, I can't tell you how much was out there, but a considerable amount. And because it both rained and was warm, it took the snow down like crazy. So my husband and I were like, wow, all the snow is gone out back. And we woke up the next morning around 2 a.m. and it had snowed. Just enough to give everything a light dusting. But, you know, Mother Nature lets you know that she is there. Okay, hi Susan. Susan is here, just got a notification. Hi Eleanor. Eleanor's here from Vancouver Island. Good to see you as well. Amanda says they're covered in pollen everywhere. Well, we're not even to that point because our trees aren't even close to budding here, nothing like that. But when you look outside and you see the brightness of the sunshine and everything like that, and it's high up in the sky, you know that spring is here. Hi, Georgina. She says she is cleaning, organizing, and sewing. I did some of that yesterday. Now, that was a little bit down on my list, but I'm going to stop for the moment and tell you this. I got to chat with a dear friend of mine yesterday, and when we first started the chat, I thought, because I was going to clean my sewing room as we chatted, okay? Well, clean up in my sewing room. I was going to sort fabric. You know when you get going and you've got fabric laid out, you pulled it out, you need to look through it, and you didn't put it back, right? You didn't put it back, right? You're like me? Okay, just so we're on the same page here. Because if you put it back immediately, I don't know. I'm teasing. Anyway, I had fabric out from Christmas time. Literally. I had Valentine fabrics out because the last time I tried to sew anything, it was for Valentine's Day and I didn't even get that done. No, it is what it is. But anyway, so I had fabric stacks everywhere and I want to sew, but I can't sew in a mess. I mean, I'm not a cannibal. I'm not a horrible person. I have to have a little bit of space here to clean. Stacks go off to the side, right? So anyway, I'm chatting with a friend of mine, and I, at the beginning, was thinking as we were chatting, I'm loving the chat, but I'm not going to get anything done because I just don't feel like doing it. I just want to chat. I've been sick for over 3 weeks. I want a human contact here, you know. But you know what? When we were done, we had had a wonderful conversation, and I got over here. I know it still kind of looks messy on that bookshelf and over to the side, but what I did was sort children's fabrics in one stack and sports or wildlife together, that kind of thing. It wasn't perfect, not by a long shot, but I did quite a bit, and I put some into, I have some white containers with drawers. I apologize, you can't see. Okay, let's see. So happy to see you, says Carla. Thank you so much. I love my crafts. Mary says, you know where I am. Yes, we do. Honor says they're drowning in pollen in Louisiana. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine. Well, Glenda, you think I look beautiful today. Well, thank you so much. But boy, it's been rough. Anyway, back to my room. So am I happy with everything? No, because I have a long ways to go, but I'm very happy with the amount that I got done yesterday, and it just feels good. And I was looking, as I was sorting and everything, I was kind of looking for something. I need to make a bag for someone very special to me, and I don't know what fabrics to choose. Like, I just don't. So I kind of have a stack out, and we'll see. We'll see. Her birthday's tomorrow. Nothing like last minute, you know. Nothing like last minute. Okay. Now, before I go any further, I want to thank my admins, my mods, my girls. You know who they are, okay? There is Lisa, L-E-S-A, and there is Lisa Marie. There's Terry, and Honor. And I have been so absent this winter, but the last 3 weeks have been crazy, and these ladies are just as sweet as pie. They are. They take care of everything for me, and I'm so thankful to each and every one of them. Not only for helping you guys out if you need it, but they're very supportive to me. Now, I'm going to give you the very short version of, I went to the ER on March 3rd and was diagnosed with influenza A. And I had been sick almost a week at that point. And then I made a little blurb of a video 2 weeks ago on Wednesday and said, you know, it's not live or whatever. And I thought I was starting to feel better, okay? Mind you, I wasn't feeling very well, but I thought, you know, by the next week, which would have been last Wednesday, that I would have been all over it. No, I wasn't. I was sick for over 3 weeks with influenza A. And it was rough. I've lost a lot of weight. It's not the way I would have wanted to go about losing weight. I'm glad to be eating. I was telling a friend of mine this morning, I do have my appetite back. In a way, I'll feel very hungry and then I'll make something. And I know now, like, not to make a whole sandwich. Let's say I make a half of a chicken sandwich. Doesn't mean I can eat a half a chicken sandwich. It means I make it and I eat what I can of it, and I feel very tired. Everything tires me out. Like straightening up all that fabric yesterday. It was handled yesterday. It was handling the fabric. Now, I didn't have to fold a bunch of it or anything. It was already mostly folded, 95% folded. But just the act of shuffling it and moving it, and also being up. I was on my feet for an hour and a half, which might not sound like much, but when you have either laid down or reclined in a recliner for over 3 weeks with no strength, That's a lot, as you can imagine. You know, it just is. So we're glad to be over it, but every day is a little bit better because you notice something every day that it's like, oh yeah, I couldn't do that yesterday, you know. So yeah. All right, let me scroll back and see who I've missed, if anyone. Let's see. Oh, Lisa says our fearless leader has returned to us. All hail the scraps. You crack me up. Glenda, goodness. Georgina, thank you. Honor, all hail. Charlotte, hi Charlotte, good to see you. And then Lisa said hello to everyone. Laura is here from Tappan, New York. Well, welcome. Is this your first time here in the chat? Oh, Lori's here. Hi, Lori from Quilting in the Country. We're glad to have you here. Judith says better late than never, and that is our motto around here. And Glenda agrees. Absolutely great mods. They are. They're the best. Terry says, love you, Marie. I love you too, my friend. I have missed everyone so much. It's so, you know. Hi, Kathleen. Kathleen says, hi, Marie. Hi, friends. And Judith says, I was diagnosed with double viruses. My goodness, Judith, that has to be nasty. I was saying to someone today, I have had flu where I was, well, I hate to say sicker, but yet I was, but it only lasted a few days. I've never, until now, been that sick for that long. Like, it didn't end. It's almost like it came back for round 2. That's literally what it felt like. But we're going to leave that in the past because that's where that belongs. All right. Lori says, influenza A. Whoops, it scrolled on me. Influenza A is no joke. It is not. I keep telling people, 0 out of 10, would not recommend. I have another friend who said, oh, I want to get it so I can lose weight. And I'm like, no, you really don't. We would literally sit in our double recliner and look at each other, my husband and I, and figure out who was going to have more strength at this time to get up and get a popsicle for us each out of the freezer, which is literally probably 10 paces from where we were sitting, you know. So when you get sick enough, you're opening the top of a can and eating out of the can with a spoon, you know you're weak. It's pathetic is what it is. It's gone, right? Okay. Hi, Butterfly Queen 62. Good to see you. Judith says, took forever to get better, just starting to sew again. It's brutal, isn't it? You got no strength. I hope you do well, Judith. Just, you know, fluids, a little bit of food, lots of rest. Hey, it's guess who? It's Nancy. Hello, Nancy. Kathy Walcott. Glad to see you, Marie. Take it easy. Oh, I definitely am. But thank you. Kathleen, so happy you're feeling better. Pray for continued strength and no fatigue. Lisa's having internet issues. Wi-Fi. I won't read your comment, but you are so funny, Lisa. There's Rita. Hello, Rita, from Crystal Dragon House of Creations. Laura says it's her first time in the chat, so welcome. You get this silly little happy dance, but we're so happy to have you here, and thank you for dropping in and letting us know that you're here. We always love a new chatter. Oh, goodness. Ginny Folsom, hello to you. Crafting with Vivian S. is here. Good morning to you. Glenda says that her internet issues are the Oklahoma winds. Yikes. Lisa is laying out the coffee and the donuts for everyone. That's wonderful. And Kathleen says, oh, yum. I'll be right over. I'll help you with all that. We got dancing donuts and goodness. Emoji with the mask on, though. I don't blame you. I don't blame you a bit. So, before I go any further, I've been out of the loop. I don't know national news, local news, YouTube news. I've been out of the loop. One of my moderators let me know, and I know a lot of you are going to know this before I tell you, but just in case you didn't know, she's been sick for a while, and if you watched her videos, you could kind of see that she didn't look like she felt as well as she usually did. But I didn't know until Honor let me know the other day that Donna had passed away. So I did go on to her last video and leave a comment. You know, and it seems like no matter what you say, it doesn't feel right. So, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. I truly believe this, so I wanted to leave a comment. So, basically, the link is in the description box of this video if you want to watch it. And the video is called Drop or Dropping Diamonds Quilt Pattern. And it starts with her doing her video. And then her husband comes in to tell everyone what happened. I noticed when I grabbed that link that there is also a funeral video now posted. I didn't watch it. I haven't made it through the other one, to be honest with you. But the link to the one I was just telling you about is in the description box. Or you can just go on YouTube and type in Donna Jordan or Jordan Fabrics. Donna was very good at what she did. Always. I was amazed at. She would walk into her store and just start pulling fabrics off the shelf. They all went together. Now, whether she pre-planned it, which I really don't think so. I mean, she had an idea where stuff was, don't get me wrong, but she could pull together, and it always looked good together, you know. So anyway, we're all going to miss Donna, and I'm thankful for all she taught me, as well as so many others, and just her gentle soul. So, boy, a lot of you are having internet issues. Ginny says that it's cloudy in Ohio, not windy though. Sun's still trying to peek out. Laura says, so heartbreaking. I loved watching her tutorials. And that's true, Laura, but you know, there's so many of them up there, and I think they're going to leave them up, and so that's a good thing, because, you know, you can watch and kind of hang out with the person all over again. Kathleen said, I'm so sad about Donna. She's the reason I started quilting. She taught me so much before I ever had a piece of cotton. Yeah, but see, you have that memory. You do. Honor says, so heartbreaking. And Ginny, Donna, very inspiring. So Terry said, let's see. Okay, I'm reading everyone's comments, but I'll cry if I read any more out loud, so I'm not going to do that. They are going to keep her videos up, and all right. Kathleen says, I'm sorry I'm not able to watch. My internet had holes in it. I'll try to replay. Well, hugs to you, Kathleen, and I hope that things get better, okay? You stay safe. Jan says, I'm off, too much downtime. Oh, that's so bad. I'm so sorry people are having internet issues. Goodness gracious. I'm sorry, Jan. Okay. So, the next thing is two things of mail. All right? Two things about mail. Right. My husband's brother, he has more than one brother, but his brother James lives in Connecticut, which is, of course, south of Maine. And we don't get to see he and his wife Kathy very often. And they were up, and it was well over a year ago. I lose track of time. Terry says, I think your internet is glitching. I don't know. OBS is not telling me that anything's wrong. Usually, I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be, but usually it will come up and tell me if something isn't getting the same bandwidth or whatever. Anyway, I'll just try to keep going because I haven't got a whole lot to do. Rose says she's having internet issues in northern Mississippi and it's very windy. Okay. So they were up and she messaged me the other day. I was still not feeling well. She messaged me and asked if we'd check them. It was a cup with pictures from their visit, which I thought was so sweet and so thoughtful of them to do. So I'm going to find a place for it, probably on a shelf in the kitchen. Okay, so thank you for that, James and Kathy. We really love it, and it was a great time. So one of my subscribers, who is also a friend, had tends to do, and it was a while back. It was well before Thanksgiving. And I didn't get it. And even a month ago when we talked, I didn't get it. Now, I'm going to cover her name. I'm going to show you that it was postmarked the 12th of October of 2024. I got it. I got it just the other day. So she had sent me a beautiful card. Okay. Some cute little clippings, a beautiful letter, and a lace angel. So thank you very much, Carol. It has finally arrived. I don't know where it's been. I don't think the U.S. Postal Service would tell us even if they knew. But there you guys go. You never know. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to get through this if this is getting glitchy. So I'm not going to do any drawings this week. It's too much for my head. We're going to start back in on that next week because everything will be more back together or whatever than what it is right now. My husband, right before I came up, I said, well, I'll see you after the live stream. And he says, yeah, break a needle. I thought that was funny instead of break a leg. Break a needle. But I don't really have a lot this week. I really miss you guys, and I'm feeling so much better, and I'm so done with all that being sick business. My husband is too. He did get over it a bit quicker than I did, but even he was saying every day you're still tired. You're still tired. So there's that. But really, I don't have a whole lot. Excuse me. I didn't even think of a word of the day. We've got to have a creative word of the day. Hi, Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter. Good morning to you. Okay, so why don't we just do the word March? For the month of March, you can just use that. And if you are new here and you don't know what the games are, you just use that in a sentence in the regular comment. Oh, and I have not been into my email. I have 286 on the number on my email. I need to open it. I'm going to be flooded. I'm going to try to do my best, but if you've emailed me or messaged me or whatever, I apologize. But it gets, when I get sick or I do whatever and then I go back in, there's a lot to catch up on. It's very, and I have other things going on right now. I need to deal with my tax stuff and things like that, but I'll try to get to everyone as soon as I can. Yeah, that was funny. I agree. Break a needle. Yep, now I'll need a sign. Break a needle. But that's all I've got for today, other than I missed you guys terribly, and I'm so glad that you're all here. I hope you've been having fun sewing on projects, and I know Judith was sick, but I hope for the most part, I hope you guys have been well. Just be careful out there, because this is nothing to mess with. Not a good way to diet. I wouldn't recommend it at all. But I am going to try to pick out a fabric today for a project and see about getting to that. So fingers crossed that I can do it, But thank you everyone for hanging out with me today, and thank you to my mods for being here, holding those wrenches and helping everyone. Hi Gladys, we're just getting ready to leave. Unfortunately, there's just not a whole lot on my horizon, but hopefully next week I'll have one more week of influenza A behind me and maybe some sewing projects. But it was great to visit with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and with everyone in the chat. Oh, thank you, Terry. She says, I'm so glad you're feeling better. To continue to take care of you and Mr. Scrappy. My love to you both. And yes, Vivian, yes, you as well. Nancy, everyone. Thank you so much, Georgina. All right, everyone, remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that, and I'll see you again just as soon as possible. Thank you so much for all your love, all your caring. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Oh, and we can't forget to thank Kimberly. Even though I didn't do a fabric giveaway this week, Kimberly from My Fabric sponsors our weekly fabric giveaway. Yes, and Terry mentioned that it was great Glenda could be here. She doesn't get here very often, so we're glad she's here too. Thank you for being here if you're live or if you're watching on the replay. Yes, Mary, I will definitely pace myself. My love to you too, Carla. Love to everyone.